Rethink's a nonprofit organization that we try to get kids into so that they can learn more about how they can change their schools.
Well, I describe Rethink as a place for like rethinking your schools and getting to know yourself better.
A lot of people are starting to realize with the ideas we come up with, we're not getting this from adults, we're coming up with this from our own personal interest.
Rethink is all about finding the problems, but also finding the solutions, because if you go up to someone important who has power, if you just say we have problems, nothing's gonna change and nothing's gonna happen. So Rethink is basically like kids coming together, voicing their point of view and stating our problems, but then figuring out really good solutions for them. And then at the end of our summer program, we have a press conference.
Rethink is about helping young people find their voices. In order to find your voice, you have to believe that that voice will be heard. When a student stands up at a news conference and watches reporters listening to them, scribbling in their notebooks, filming them, it's an extraordinary experience. And it is a very important step in the development of a leader.
Hosting these news conferences is just one sort of step in developing their leadership abilities. The entire experience gives to students a sense of, I am valuable, I do have a voice, and I deserve to be heard. The first press conference was an opportunity for students to, sort of declare their power and their right as experts in public school education. The second news conference, the students tackled a specific issue. They went after school bathrooms. Now in the third summer program, the students decided what issue they wanted to tackle, and it happened to be school cafeterias with an emphasis on food.
The concept of the press conference is mainly about cafeterias. We're trying to, rebuild our cafeterias, make them in the best interest of kids. We're sticking on the green process, getting local farmers and strippers involved in different things like that.
We decided to make the video game so that younger children can have more fun with learning how to eat healthy and how to buy local food, because all of those are good for the city of New Orleans and your body.
My name is Amu Ta, and I am the partnership manager with the Worldwide Workshop Foundation. We empower young people to create games for social change. The Ultimate Lunch Tray concept was conceived by Leon Cooper, who's a 6th grade rethinker. The rethinkers were completely in charge of the entire creative process from beginning to end. They've invested nearly 100 hours over a 4-week period into making this game. Given the time that we had, the short amount of time that we had, they got a lot of work done.
Well, I think the press conference has made a change because some of our school bathrooms have been changed. All our ideas that we have presented from the press conference has been included in the rebuilding.
Growing up all your life, there's so much media around you. It's really exciting to be a part of that, And especially I remember my first press conference, all these people came from every news channel I've ever heard of, and I was really excited.
I've been to all 3 of the press conferences. Our first press conference was here. Over here we had desks set up, and we had our podium set up right here with the news conference and the press over there, and we had some art books that we've had about our experiences with Katrina. We all have high expectations for our press conference because the first 2 have been very, very well, and I feel as though that this one will be even better.
We're at the place where we're having our press conference, and the name of the press conference is A Spork in the Road.
All the rethinkers are getting ready for the big press conference. I think today's gonna be wonderful, like it always is.
We welcome you today to our 3rd annual news conference called A Spork in the Road. Let me tell you a little bit about Rethink. Rethink supports students who want a voice in the rebuilding of New Orleans public schools. Rethink believes that every public school student in New Orleans deserves the same top quality education, no matter their family income or the color of their skin.
We are experts on education. We go through schools every day.
We were prepared to share our recommendations for our school cafeteria.
As Rethinkers, we value our dignity and our health. Part of dignity in Louisiana culture means eating food with a knife, fork, and spoon. Our first recommendation is no more sparks.
Number 3, buy fresh food from local farmers, fishermen, and shrimpers. Local can include Mississippi and other nearby states. Number 5, present healthy, tasty food for vegetarians.
A big problem we have is the use of all those disposable trays and sporks. Why can't we use biodegradable products in our cafeteria made of corn and potatoes?
Recommendation 6, no more styrofoam trays.
For me, this game is a good way for us to convey our message and teach young people how to eat healthy and locally.
I'd like to invite somebody from the audience to try our game demo.
Recommendation 9, design cafeterias that you adults would like to eat in yourselves.
Recommendation 10, install sinks so we can wash our hands before eating. Recommendation 12, no more silent lunches for any reason. Do not tie punishment to food and cafeterias.
First of all, let me thank the Rethinkers for their help last year. As you know, they gave us a bathroom renovation design that we really adopted across the district. I've been known that when Jane and her group makes recommendations, the best thing I can do is accept every one of them. And certainly all the improvements that were made to the bathrooms really were because of your leadership. I remember coming to your event last year. But we have more work to do, but it doesn't happen unless there's really a lot of push at the grassroots. I think every recommendation you've made is a solid one. I mean, how could I say no to any of them? So I agree with you 100%. We need to get to the gold standard, and we need to do it fast, and we have an opportunity to do it. So at the end of the day, I think we should do a quick follow-up, and then we could set up a timetable, because we got about a month before school starts, and obviously there's a lot of things that we want to do. I mean, this is a great group. They're polite, but yet they're aggressive. And that's the way the city is. I mean, I've never met more people who are just more polite, but yet at the same time they know what they want, and they're going to be persistent about getting it. But a lot of times we get complaints, but rarely do we get solutions, and you always offer us solutions. So now I'll tell you, your designs are, I mean, some of you should become budding architects because some of your designs are so good. But we'll do a follow-up, and rest assured Jane will hold me accountable. But most of all, I want to thank the students, and I want to applaud the students one more time for their leadership too. Let's give them a hand.